Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to Warthunder with yours truly WBE886. Today we're going to be doing something different from a regular commentary and gameplay. I'm actually going to be doing something called a How Does It Fly series, which is basically reviews on aircraft that aren't particularly used for one reason or another. Whether that will be because it's not very good, because it's not known or seen as powerful, whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is I will be doing a series on aircraft that are rarely flown. Today's one will be on the de Havilland Vampire FB.5 in the British tech tree. It is a tier 5 machine with a battle rating of 7.0, which for a jet is okay, but there are reasons for that. Rumours, I haven't actually flown this thing at all, so it's completely stock, as you can see here. Completely stock, nothing at all. I'm going to be doing a first impressions video of what this aircraft is like and how it performs in realistic battle. Arcade battles is going to vary for the obvious reasons. But some background on the de Havilland Vampire. It was basically a British Jetfire that was developed by de Havilland Vampire. And it was actually developed during the Second World War. So this was kind of a World War II aircraft, kind of not. The Vampire actually entered service with the Royal Air Force in 1945, so it was just at the end of the Second World War that it entered service. It was the second jet fighter that the RAF had, next to the Gloucester Meteor, and it was basically a frontline fighter aircraft until 1953, which was kind of around the era of the Korean War. After that, it was used as a pilot trainer for jet aircraft. Stats in real life. The de Havilland Vampire could reach speeds up to 548 miles per hour. Now, that's in real life speed. In game, it's a slightly different story. Max speed is 494 in game, but remember this is completely stock, so that may be why. But there have been certain threads on the forum that saying this thing just does not perform how the stats say. The stats lie, apparently. It says it has a 45 meters per second climb rate, and they say that's just not possible. It doesn't. It's like a 25, so it's almost half, which is a bit of a shame, because if you look at the aircraft, it's got all the right potentials. It's got all the nose-mounted machine guns or cannons rather, and the jet at the back there. I just believe that because this thing was when it was first introduced a while back, it was actually quite, it was extremely good. It had the MiG-15 flight model, which made this thing extremely powerful with its 420mm cannons. Now, what they did to get rid of that, it being OP, is they gave it a flight model of a bus, basically, right? This thing is abysmal now, apparently. I haven't flown it myself. I'm going to try and be as unbiased as I possibly can. I'm going to tell you straight how it is in flying. But it wasn't too bad from what the stats said. I mean, its service ceiling was 42,000 feet at a rate of climb of 48,000 feet per minute. So that's 24 meters a second, which would then coincide with what they're saying on the forum, because that says it's got a 45 meters per second climb rate. So you can already see the differences that there are going to be. But without further ado, I will get us into a realistic battle to see how this thing performs. Okay, so here we are in game, and basically we're against the Americans on preparation for landing, and I can already tell that this thing's acceleration, let's be honest, isn't all that great. Coming from a Meteor F4 pilot, this thing is a real step down, even from the Meteor F3. This thing feels slightly more sluggish, and it feels more of a It doesn't feel like a dogfighter. It feels something along the lines of a ground attack aircraft, which is possibly what it was used for, and I don't know. I would have to look at the kind of armaments that it can get. If it gets rockets, it would be pretty obvious that this is a ground attack aircraft. But I mean, let's face it, for a first jet, a Generation 1 jet, I'm not going to complain about it yet, because I mean, there's not much point for me complaining about it. I have to see how it performs against the F-80s and Bearcats. But what I will say about it is that completely stock, it does not climb very well at all. This is comparable to, I mean, as you can see there, the Tempests are outrunning me. I just don't feel that this aircraft is capable of performing with higher tier jet aircraft. It feels like a plane that would possibly be better suited taking out things such as D-13s and BF-109s. Possibly not even that, because a TA-152 I can see completely wrecking this machine. It's a real shame, because it looks nice. It's a nice looking aircraft. It's one of those planes that definitely catches your eye, especially with the camouflages that you can get for it. I quite like this camouflage, but the problem is with it, as you can see with my speed, I'm just not getting above 200 miles an hour, and I'm not even climbing at a 20, I'm climbing at a 15. So, bad marks on the Vampire there, but we'll have to see how it performs actually in-game against enemy aircraft, because that's how we're really going to know. Alright, so by the looks of it, we've actually got a dogfight over there going on with the AI and... oh, hello. An F-80. Now, I know if the F-80 goes heads up with me, I will win, because I have the 20 mils, but he will most definitely outrun me. As you can see here, wow, the aircraft speed is not very good at all. I'm barely getting above... I'd be going about 500 in the Meteor F4. It's not all that impressive, if I'm honest. And if it's facing F-80s, it needs better performance badly, because no, this isn't good enough not to perform with aircraft like that. Okay, that's right. Who have we got here? I reckon in a straight line that Bearcat would actually catch up to me, you know. Although its high speed turn time isn't all that bad. It's not all that bad at all, actually. That's quite surprising. Okay, that's good marks for the Vampire there. It's got a pretty decent turn time. And Lancaster's dogfighting with a Bearcat. Don't see that every day. Okay, right, hang on. Let's pull up again. Pull up and back round. See if we can get the drop on him. Oh, he's been shot down by a Tempest. Okay, good. It looks like we've got F-80s up high. I hope that they are more interested in Tempest than me, because my poor little plane cannot cope with dogfighting so many F-80s. It looks like he's actually diving on me, which is a bit of a pain. I'll keep an eye on him. Yeah, we've got two F-80s diving on me. Okay, interesting. We'll now see whether this thing can possibly outturn an F-80. I would assume it can, because it has to, really, doesn't it? Oops, bit of a frame drop there. Apologise. Okay. What does the cockpit looks all right. I need to get this guy now, because he's being a pain in the butthole for our players. It's just I cannot keep up with them. I just can't. Which is annoying, really. I need that Meteor to bring him back to me if I'm gonna have a chance of shooting anyone down this match. No, it's not every day you say that you want an F-80 to come towards you, but in this case I actually do, because I want to see what it's like in a head-on. That Meteor's in serious trouble, actually. Is there anyone that's actually going to come towards me, or is everyone just going to run from me and go after the Meteor because they don't think the Vampire's a threat? which I'm not surprised. And he's in a Meteor F3 as well. He hasn't got a chance. Let's see what this F80 does. Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll leave that and we'll try and get the guy that's on his 6. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. I got a hit. Got him. Alright, so the guns on this are pretty good. I've got a critical hit on him. Whether he'll explode now, I don't know. Looks like he's going to explode. Then again, it's an F80, so you never know. And we've got one coming in on our 6. Okay, so F80 destroyed. Nice. But I believe that's because he let his guard down. I don't feel that that was something on the vampire's half. Which is a bit of a pain, but... Oh, I also got a kill assist. What did I get a kill assist on? I don't know. I didn't shoot anything else. How odd. Let's see if we can go get ourselves another F80 kill. Would be nice. I believe that was the Lancaster somewhere. It would have been an AI, I'm not sure. Okay, right. Is our Meteor F3 is down now? Okay. What I'm going to try and hope is that that F80 comes heads up with me. Yes, he is. Awesome. Alright, I didn't get any hits on him there. Let's see what he does, though. It looks like he's just going to keep running backwards and forwards. Now, what I should expect to happen is that that F80 behind me is going to try and come in and get the kill on me. Because that's generally what I would expect to happen. So let's turn back around. He might go for the Lancaster instead, though, which isn't a bad thing. Well, it is for the Lancaster, but not for me. Let's see what he does. Is he going to turn towards me? No, he's going to outclimb me. Okay, well, we'll just follow him for now. We'll keep an eye on that other F80 over there, and we'll see what happens. Okay, now it looks like that F80 is going to go heads up with me. So I've got 428 rounds of cannon ammunition still, so I'm pretty decked out. I've got enough cannon ammunition to go heads up and also take out the second F80 if need be. It's whether this guy is going to roll onto me. Yes, he is. Right, let's roll down. There we go. Now let's see if this other F80 will come towards me now. Dogfighting with F80s is not something you regularly do in a vampire that I've heard, so this should be an interesting... Come on, roll down. That's it, right. This thing's speed and performance isn't all that great. I'm going to warn you guys ahead of that. But remember, this is a completely stock aircraft, so that's kind of to be expected. It looks like he's going to dive on that Tempest over there. Or is he going to go heads up? He's going to go heads up. Right, that's another one down. Right, let's dive quickly so that we can evade this guy. Engine isn't in all that good a condition. We may actually, the engine may die before we even get to kill this last guy, as a matter of fact. But I believe this is what's called a rare game in a vampire, because this just does not happen regularly. Okay, I've stopped my fuel leak now, which is nice. Let's put my throttle to 0% to conserve fuel. And only speed up when we need to. It's quite a good aircraft, considering. Considering its age and its flight model. I mean, I've taken out 2 F80s today in this match alone, so I'm going to have mixed opinions, I feel, at the end of this. What I'm actually going to go do is I'm going to go back and repair so that I'm fine for engaging him again, because it looks like my engine's about to die, which isn't the best of things. Unless he's going to come back around. He's gone into clouds. Okay. Alright, we'll head back to the airfield then. Alright, so let's head in for our final approach on the airfield. Put the air brakes out. There we go. Quite cool air brakes, I gotta admit that. Just going for a slightly longer landing approach. There we go. That's a little better. This turn time isn't actually that bad. I'm surprised. I am. Slow the speed down a bit. There we go. Alright. See how this thing lands. Slow down a little bit more. Landing gear down. I mean flaps down. I kind of need my landing gear beforehand. Alright, drop the throttle. This thing's got quite a nice wheelbase though. Lands pretty well and it slows down relatively well considering as well. Wow. Meteor F4 takes a while to slow down. This thing doesn't seem that way though, which is nice. Going to one of the hangars. Actually, that's not. Alright, now to see what the F-80 does. Okay, so overall impressions of the Vampire. Going head-on with aircraft is definitely this thing's strong point. With those 420mm cannons at the front, directly on the nose as well, just underneath, it definitely is probably one of the best aircraft, or jet aircraft anyway, to be going heads up with. Not that it's a good idea anyway. But overall opinions of this thing, it's not great, but it's not bad. For what it is, you've got to look at it this way. You've got to look at it for what it is. It's not a Korean War generation aircraft. It's not. And that thing was, I believe I was extremely lucky that round, because normally, unfortunately, the vampires I see in matches get killed within the first 10 minutes. So I was very lucky that match, I feel. So I wouldn't go off of that match that I've just shown you, but it's definitely something to add to the British tech tree. But what you've got to bear in mind, patch 1.39, jets are going to be getting their correct flight models. Now, historically, the Vampire was an extremely good plane. Well, no, I don't say extremely good. It was a relatively good plane. Whereas in Warthunder at the moment, it's not. So whether that will now change in patch 1.39, it will get its correct flight model, will be interesting. Because I know the Meteor F4 is overperforming at the moment. So there have been rumours that the Meteor F4 will be getting a debuff, and it just will not be able to perform the same as it can now. Which is a shame, because it's the RAF's best aircraft. But whether Gaijin sort that out and give the Meteor F4 LW flight model to something, say, like the Meteor F8, which would make more sense, then I guess that would be okay. But yeah, considering the de Havilland Vampire, get it if you just want to have a laugh in it. I wouldn't take this plane too seriously. You're not going to be getting saber kills or mid kills in this thing very regularly. But it is a nice addition to the RAF tech tree. So my overall rating of this thing out of 10 would be a 5.6. It's for jets terms anyway. It's not a bad aircraft, but it's not a good one either. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you click that like button below. Subscribe if you're new around here for more War Thunder. Anyway guys, take care. I'll see you next time.